Before I get into Mori's story, I need to give you some background on what I was going through at the time. And before I do that, I'm going to give a disclaimer, particularly to my Christian friends who I know in real life. A lot of the stuff I plan to talk about does not fit squarely within the Christian paradigm we were taught in church. If my stories make you feel uncomfortable, just know that they bother me too. But my story is my story, and I'm not going to lie to myself or to you about events that actually happened in my life. So that aside, here we go. In my first family, I'm the oldest of 2 children. I have a sister who is 17 months younger than I am. I was born in 1974. I don't remember the day my mom came home with my sister, but I do remember my sister as a little infant. I have a specific memory from that time. I was hiding behind a couch in a big room. I believe the room was part of our house, the one that we lived in. I was spying on my mom from behind a couch. I was not supposed to be back there playing where my mom couldn't see me, and I did know this. The room was a cluttered mess. There were boxes or clothes everywhere. My mom is in the same room. She knows I'm behind the couch hiding. I know that she knows, but I want her to notice me. Instead, she ignores me. Not only that, but she picks up my sister and starts to play with her. At that moment, I felt irrelevant and invisible. I felt superseded, if you will. After my sister was born, that's exactly how my life was every day. With that background in mind, I can now tell you about Mori. This is where life began to take a strange turn. In any event, what happened has given me plenty to think about over the years. I have this memory from the time I was about 3 years old. And let me just say, if you were a 3-year-old being raised by baby boomers, you freaking took a nap whether you wanted to or not, and whether you needed it or not. The thing is, this memory, it is not entirely a memory of my own experience. It's actually a memory of somebody else's experience that I have. I remember being a 3-year-old boy named Mori. I know my name is short for Moral. I'm sitting in my mother's lap. She is sitting in a rocking chair and reading a book to me. We're in the living room. Behind us is a large Nook-style window panel assembly thing that looks out into the front yard. There are toys on the floor. It's kind of trashed, actually. By the toys, I mean. The floor of this particular area is elevated by about 6 inches or so. In front of me, I can see a sunken den area. There is little to no furniture in that room. Connecting to that room is a kitchen. I know this even though I cannot see into the kitchen. Behind me and off to my left is the front door. It is a single front door rather than like double front doors. Directly in front of this door are stairs. I could draw you a floor plan of this house because I knew it. I was there, but I was never there. That is a memory. Mori sitting in his mother's lap and she is reading to him. I know what I need to know because Mori's house is my house for that limited time. And Mori is located in a certain place at a certain time. So I have some of those details. In this memory, I will tell you, I am Mori. That is 100% who I am. But empirically, I am not Mori. I have never been Mori. I am Lori instead, a little girl with a pain in the ass baby sister. And now I'm being forced against my will to take a nap I do not want and do not need. To put it bluntly, that useless frickin' baby had stolen my mom from me, and that's how I felt about it. So, feeling left out and forgotten, seeking to establish a connection with my mom, I asked her, "Remember that time I was a little boy and you read to me?" She looked at me and laughed and said, "You were never a little boy." And that was the end of it. But I was bewildered by her response because I had been a little boy, even if just briefly. Now, I know I poured on a lot of details in that story, and I apologize, but if you watch the rest of the story, you will understand why those details, every single one of them, was critical. Thanks for watching.